Oba Rilwan Akiolu, the embodiment of bigotry in politics. In a country as diverse as Nigeria, with over 250 ethnic groups and a population of over 200 million, it is crucial for leaders to foster unity and promote tolerance. Unfortunately, Rilwan Babatunde Osuolale Aremu Akiolu, the Oba of Lagos, has become a symbol of division and bigotry, particularly in the political landscape. His recent actions and words reveal an insidious pattern of endorsing and perpetuating prejudice against Ndibo and other non-Yoruba ethnic groups in Lagos. This article examines the Oba's role in the 2023 presidential and gubernatorial elections, referencing incidents and statements that exemplify his divisive rhetoric and support for political thoughts. These issues highlight the pressing need for Nigerians to address the concerning influence of bigotry in their politics. The Oba's bigoted remarks. Oba Rilwan Akiolu has a long history of making inflammatory remarks against Ndibo and other non-Yoruba ethnic groups. For instance, during the 2015 gubernatorial elections, he threatened the Igbo community with dire consequences should they fail to vote for his preferred candidate. This blatant display of intolerance and an attempt to manipulate the electoral process garnered widespread condemnation from civil society groups and political observers. In the lead up to the 2023 elections, the Oba has continued to spew hateful rhetorics against non-Yorubas who do not support his favored politicians. In a widely reported incident, he accused non-Yoruba residents of Lagos of ingratitude and disloyalty to the Yoruba political establishment. These remarks have further widened the rift between ethnic groups in Lagos and set a dangerous precedent for politicians and traditional leaders alike. Support for political thoughts. In addition to his inflammatory remarks, Rilwan Akiolu has been accused of supporting political touts who aim to disrupt the electoral process in Lagos. These touts, who are loyal to the Oba and his preferred politicians, like the notorious Bola Tinubu, have reportedly engaged in violence and intimidation tactics to deter opposition supporters from voting. This alleged support for political thugs has raised questions about the Oba's commitment to a free and fair electoral process. It also demonstrates a disregard for the well-being and safety of Lagos citizens and who deserve to exercise their democratic rights without fear. In the 2019 general elections, the International Crisis Group documented that more than 60 people were killed in various incidents across the country, which raised concerns about the integrity of the electoral process and the role of traditional leaders like Akiolu in supporting political thugs. As the elections approached, Rilwan Akiolu, the Oba of Lagos, reportedly used his influence to mobilize thugs and disrupt the campaigns of opposition candidates. One of the most notable incidents involved Gbadebo Rhodes Vivo, the gubernatorial candidate of the Labour Party. Rhodes Vivo, an advocate for transparency and good governance, had been gaining momentum as a viable alternative to the ruling party candidate Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Sanwo-Olu, the incumbent governor of Lagos State, has been criticized for his lackluster performance and perceived inability to address pressing issues such as infrastructure, traffic congestion, and waste management. Critics argue that he serves as a mere puppet for Bola Tinubu, a former Lagos State governor and an influential figure within the All Progressives Congress APC, the ruling party in Nigeria. Political figures like Bola Tinubu, who have a history of alleged corruption and self-serving interests, pose a significant risk to Nigeria's democratic development and the nation's overall progress. Entrusting such individuals with the responsibility of leading the country could result in continued mismanagement of public resources and undermine the efforts to improve transparency and accountability. Tinubu's tenure as the governor of Lagos State from 1999 to 2007 was marred by allegations of corruption, misappropriation of public funds, and the awarding of contracts to companies with close ties to him. Furthermore, his continued influence within the All Progressives Congress APC and Lagos state politics even after leaving office has raised concerns about the extent of his control over key political positions and decisions, which could stifle genuine democratic competition and development. Under such leadership, Nigeria may continue to grapple with widespread corruption and the abuse of public resources. According to Transparency International's Corruption Perceptions Index, Nigeria ranked 149 out of 180 countries in 2020, with a score of 25 out of 100, indicating a severe corruption problem. This level of corruption not only hinders economic development, but also erodes public trust in political institutions and leaders. Allowing political figures with a track record of alleged corruption to lead Nigeria could also exacerbate existing socio-economic inequalities. The country has one of the highest poverty rates globally, with approximately 40% of its population living below the poverty line. Mismanagement of public funds and resources could further undermine efforts to alleviate poverty and improve living standards for millions of Nigerians. Despite these criticisms, Akiolu continued to offer unwavering support to Tinubu and his protege, Sanwo-Olu, even going as far as to publicly endorse him, that is, Sanwo-Olu, for re-election. This has led many to question the Oba's priorities, as his actions seem to prioritize personal gain and maintaining the status quo over the well-being of the Nigerian people. During the election campaign, there were reports of violence and intimidation carried out by armed thugs against opposition candidates and their supporters.